I forgot to watch the movie. I saw Sherlock Gnomes instead. I don't want to see it quite.
What? You haven't seen the movie?
No.
Austin, just take a walk.
Really?
And go. Yes, go.
I think you should.
You haven't seen the movie? Go.
You're a disgrace, man.
Like,
Give me a real host.
I'll go do something else.
we don't have a host now.
You could do it.
Got the script.
Hello. Welcome back to this week's episode of the Only On to Movie Show with myself, Tom Capone, Vinny Nelson, Brian Murphy, and Ben Carter.
What's up?
All right, so let's stop wasting time and jump right into the news this week. I can't read the teleprompter. I'm just going to read off of the script. So, starting filming this week was Creed 2. The film sees the return of Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson, and Sylvester Stallone. Also returning is Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago. The film is being directed by Stephen Caple Jr. and will be released later this year. Also beginning filming soon is It Chapter 2. The young cast is currently set to return through flashbacks, while the older versions of the characters have yet to be cast. The film is expected to hit theaters in 2019. Vinny, what are you more excited for, Creed 2 or It Chapter 2?
Well, I think the whole Creed, Rocky Balboa thing, I think that should be done. It's been a while. I'm for. I don't know. I wasn't much for Rocky, but It too. I'm excited for that because I enjoyed the remake that just came out last year. Especially with the young cast, they were fun. Seeing them again, maybe just a little bit, will be cool. And whoever is chosen for the counterparts will be pretty cool to see too.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Creed 2 because first Creed is amazing. The first in the first Creed, Sylvester Stallone should have won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, in my opinion.
He should have won. Sylvester Stallone should have an Oscar
over Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, totally should have.
Bridge of Spies won an Oscar?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. It's a timepiece with Tom Hanks in it.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
It's gonna make a
What are you
sweetheart.
more excited for?
Probably Creed 2, because Creed is different than Rocky. It's kind of the same thing, but it's enough of a difference that I'm excited for it. And I didn't really like It that much, and I'm kind of disappointed to hear that the young kids are coming back. I thought, leave that behind. That was the first one. I want to see just kind of focused on the older kids, or the older people now.
Ben?
I'm excited for both of them. Again, I liked Creed. I liked the remake of It. I'm always excited. I love the young cast of It, and I'm really excited to see who they choose as the older cast. I know they asked the kids who they wanted to play them, so it'll be interesting to see where they go from there. But Creed is also good because I love the cast. Michael B. Jordan's been rising up there, so I think he's got a promising career ahead of him, and this will be a good way to kind of open that up.
Yeah, both of these films I'm so excited for. It Chapter 2 as well. I'm excited to see who's going to play the older versions. We've seen Jessica Chastain's been rumored to play a older Bev. Chris Pratt has been rumored to play everyone.
I don't want to see Chris. I don't want to see Chris Pratt.
No.
I don't want anyone to be super jacked because they're just like normal people.
Exactly. I don't want the whole adult cast to be super megastars. Because part of the charm of the first It is that most of those kids
unknown.
We had no idea who. The only kid we knew really was Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Besides him, none of those kids have had any major roles. Beyond for that.
No. One kid I realized this after the fifth time I watched. I was like, that kid looks really familiar, and he's the kid who plays young Peter Quill in Guardians of the Galaxy. I did not realize that. I was like,
so maybe you should get Chris Pratt then.
Yeah, maybe he'll be Chris Pratt.
I mean, if you're going to cast Chris Pratt in any of these roles, you'd have to cast him as the older Ben.
That's
but
true.
for simply the real life Chris Pratt going from a chubby kid to jacked Chris Pratt.
That makes sense.
If he's a future Finn Wolfhard?
Finn
Wolfhard.
Mike Finn Wolfhard. No, that's not how
I would not agree with that.
They should get a who's that awkward guy from Tropic Thunder? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
He's got like the black hair.
Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, I feel like that's who Finn Wolfhard would have grown up into.
I can see that.
Like
He's not, I don't think he's
body
old
type.
enough though. He still looks very young, even though he's
He's
like.
gonna be young when he's
He's
40.
got to be like 30 something, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
definitely like late 30s.
All right, so while these two films are not going to be battling at the box office, two stars of the Fast and Furious franchise are currently at war with each other. Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel apparently have a real-life feud that seems to have stemmed from their time together on set for Fate of the Furious. I had lost my place. Set of Fate and the Furious. I'm sorry, Austin. To the point where they did not film any of their scenes together for Fate of the Furious. So, Brian, is this feud real or is this just a big wrestling stunt?
No, this is as real as it gets.
Real?
This is real life, man. All right, because Vin Diesel, he started this franchise. He's kind of carried it. I mean, since the tragic passing of Paul Walker, he probably feels he's the sole face of it. And then, starting with Fast 5, Rock's introduced, and now he's kind of the fan favorite, so much that him and Jason Statham are getting their own spin-off. And he's kind of seeing his baby getting taken away from him. That's probably how he feels.
My
I
baby.
think, yeah. Dwayne Rock Johnson's the highest paid actor in Hollywood, so he's definitely, it's egos clashing. Both these bald men have big, bald egos, and I think it's real.
Isn't Tyrese Gibson somehow involved in this feud
Yeah,
too?
it was him versus
He's
The
like-
Rock.
like
for a
he's
while.
like
He shows up, says some sins in a really high-pitched, loud, screaming voice.
Tyrese is crying on like Instagram Live. Tyrese is not
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah,
This
no.
whole cast is kind of blowing up recently.
Yeah.
It's not
I
really.
mean, Michelle Rodriguez seems to be doing all right.
That's
She's pissed.
She is.
She's angry because they keep on killing minority and female characters and not really replacing them well. So she kind of feels like
Oh,
I
the
got
cast
you.
was one of the
so
most.
Fate of the
yeah.
Furious is really the fate of the cast.
Nice one, Vinny. All right,
Very good
so-
wordplay.
All right, so I'm going back to the whole Rock and Vin Diesel thing. When this story first started to break about a year ago, I was very much under the mind of, oh, this is just a big stunt to promote the movie. But now that this is still going a year later, they must really hate each other.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's come on, guys. You're making money. You're making a movie.
I guess, but
Yeah.
egos,
Either way,
egos clash.
That's true.
I do tend to agree with what Brian was saying earlier about how Vin Diesel really is seeing his franchise taken away from him, because what other franchise does he have?
Riddick.
They could do, like,
Riddick.
They could do another
Not
Triple
even
H,
that.
He's Groot. He's Groot.
I mean, he says 3 lines and he's not even upset
He
anymore.
Was he in the-
masters those 3 lines.
Was he in the Iron Giant? And
Yeah,
the
he
Ready
was the
Player
Iron Gi-
One?
yeah, he was
Did he reprise his
I
role?
don't think he wasn't in Ready Player One, but he was the Iron Giant
Yeah.
way back
He's
when.
got skills. He's a talented actor. He could do more roles. They can find something new for him to do that'll be exciting and
I don't know. I feel like all his other franchises have kind of. I mean, Riddick is dead. No new Riddick's coming out. So what else?
Anybody wants it, right?
Yeah.
Pacifier 2.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Pacifier 2, Riddick, a very sci-fi heavy franchise. In other news this week, Guillermo del Toro has signed a deal with Fox Searchlight. The deal will include films made by Del Toro, as well as the creation of the launch of a new label that is believed to be focused on making new sci-fi, horror, and fantasy films. Ben, what do you think of Guillermo getting this deal?
I'm glad that he's getting work. I love him as a director. Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorite films of all time. I'm just kind of hoping that they can let him do what Guillermo del Toro does, you know? Like, I hope they don't restrict his creative mind, you know?
I don't think he would have signed this deal
Oh, no,
if that was even a
definitely.
possibility. Guillermo is someone who's very much, this is my vision. I'm gonna do it my way, and if not, then I just won't do it. Like what we saw with Hellboy 3. The
And
whole
Hobbit.
reason why that hasn't happened is because he has said he wants like a $200 million budget for it, but
Jeez.
no studio in the right mind would give him that money because Hellboy's never been a big money maker. But I mean, I'm super happy to see him get get his deal, especially to see him create new sci-fi, horror, fantasy movies.
Oh, definitely.
Because he's perfect for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's his wheelhouse.
Exactly. He should have been the one creating Universal's Dark.
If anyone could do it, it would be him.
Yeah. All right, so while Guillermo has been a hero for sci-fi and fantasy movies, Helen Mirren is trying to be a hero for stunt performers. She's trying to be a hero for stunt performers to get Oscar recognition. As she told Female First, there really should be a Oscar for stunt work. These guys are incredible, and they are still so careful and so professional, and they are artists. They do amazing things. So I agree with her on this. Stunt performers should get Oscars. What do you guys all think?
I would.
I want to see the montage when they do it. It'll be like just someone on fire. It'd be like Brad Johnson.
Like
who's
who's
As
gonna be
that guy
better?
falls over on fire.
Because those people do insane things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
like,
deserve recognition.
and
Oh,
we
they do.
had someone died on set of the newest Resident Evil film.
Yep.
Deadpool 2.
Someone died on Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2.
pretty sure.
Someone died in the cast of The Walking Dead. One of the stunt
Really?
performers died on that show. So it's like, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clearly
the-
dangerous.
Stunt performers do literally put their lives on the line for what they, I hope love do.
Oh yeah.
And
I would hope so.
deserve,
Yeah.
they deserve Oscar recognition because there's some
definitely.
fantastic stunt work being done.
Well, I don't know how. I mean, I guess it's just because I'm just not in that profession. But I don't know. How do you grade that? Like, is there like a danger metric or
Here,
what is it?
I would say, the way I would look at it, I mean, Jackie Chan is like one of the greatest stunt performers that we all know because he does all of
Personally.
his own stunts. And they're all amazing, they're hilarious, they all have like a style, emotion to them. So they're probably gonna look, if they did that.
So would you give it to someone like Jackie Chan? Sorry, that he's acting. He has a big advantage over every other stunt performer because he's doing his own stunts and he's acting in the movie.
I would say at this point, like, nah, he gets this honorary
Oh yeah, honorary, but
definitely.
Oscar or whatever, but everyone else going forward has to like
So,
work
like,
for it,
so like someone that is just man on fire going up against.
Well-
Do you put him up against Tom Cruise, which is someone else that does his own stunts?
Well, I think for that, like, I think it was the first Fast and Furious where people started pointing out that Vin Diesel's stunt double had like a full head of hair. So I think that should be taken into account, like likability or how much they look like the star.
emulating the actor.
And also, like Brian mentioned, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise literally broke his ankle on the set of the newest Mission Impossible,
I heard.
performed his own stunt, and that shot is in the movie. That's the shot they are using. It's been in almost all of the trailers.
Wow.
We also
do you
did
see it?
the last Mission Impossible. He climbed, he scaled the side of.
That is Mission Impossible 4.
The
There's too many.
The tower in
the
Dubai
tower
or
in
whatever.
Dubai,
Dubai.
yeah. Which is like, dude, chill. You already
Zeno,
getting
man.
paid.
like, have
you
someone
want
else
the
do
rest
that.
of your
Yeah.
life. You want to work harder.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is one of those guys that just does stunts so well. But also someone else who does stunts, like Brian wanted to know, what should consummate someone getting a stunt award. A movie that comes to mind that would have definitely won it the year it came out was Mad Max Fury Road. That movie's like all practical, in-camera stunts. And all those stunts in that movie are amazing.
Here's another thing. What if it was like an honorary, or not honorary, like everyone of
Oh,
the
like
crew,
a
all,
cast.
all the
Yeah,
cast that were
I actually
stunt.
think that's a
Yeah.
good
So
idea.
the film would be like best
Yeah.
stunts, stunt crew,
Yeah.
whatever. I think that would work.
Because
That'd be-
it would be weird if just like one person in
Yeah,
Mad
like-
Max got it.
Yeah.
It's like the guy that did the pole thing. He got it. It's like, I did so much more.
guy on the bungee cords with the guitar.
Yeah.
With the flamethrower, like, that guy won something. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but he won.
They definitely deserve recognition. I'm kind of surprised it comes from Helen Mirren because she's not really. Has
she
she ever had
hasn't.
stunt work like
Movies.
sitting like?
Well, wasn't she was in the newest Fast and Furious, I believe, right?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't
Oh,
She
she?
was
maybe-
still like at a table. Like,
Yeah, just sitting down.
Yeah, she was like,
That's
"Oh, what's up, guys?"
If you look, it's like just a dude in a wig.
Got a little mustache.
Yeah.
I mean, like, wherever this recognition is going to start from, stunt performers have earned it. They
Yeah.
have,
Oh, definitely.
I think so.
It's definitely one of the. I mean, there's so many spots in the Oscars that everyone gets their due, kind of seemingly besides stunt people.
Costuming.
Yeah.
I guess.
So in order to make room for a stunt category, what category should be taken away from the Oscars? Because the Oscars is already an insanely bloated show. I mean,
I don't know if
what-
But that's because it's all the theatrics. have time to give more awards.
There's also
Yeah.
so many awards, like what at this past year's Oscars.
There's so many sound awards.
All the nominees and the winners were the same for the sound mixing and the sound editing category.
Oh,
If you're not
Dunkirk.
gonna-
not really
Yeah,
a
if you're not
Dunkirk
going to even differentiate those two in either the winners or the nominees, what's the point? Make them one award.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
That makes
fair.
sense,
So we can make them one award for in stunts. Another category that I can get rid of is best animated movie. That should just be in
Well,
best
I think they just do it. I think they should get rid of best animated because they do it so poorly. And like kind of like Boss Baby's nominated. Boss
Yes.
Baby's nominated.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The Boss Baby's telling us we need to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
We have a big problem, and we need your help.
It's happening on college campuses, at bars, at parties, even in high schools.
It's happening to our sisters and our daughters.
Our wives and our friends.
It's called sexual assault, and it has to stop.
We have to stop it. So listen up.
If she doesn't consent, or if she can't consent, it's rape, it's assault.
It's a crime. It's wrong.
If I saw it happening, I was taught you have to do something about it.
If I saw it happening, I speak up.
If I saw it happening, I'd never blame her. I'd help her.
Because I don't want to be a part of the problem.
I want to be a part of the solution.
We need all of you to be part of the solution. This is about respect. It's about responsibility.
It's up to all of us to put an end to sexual assault. And that starts with you.
Because one is too many.
Is that it? Oh.
All right, welcome back. We are back, and we are currently going to be talking about visual movies in Hollywood. Are original movies still made? What do you guys all think? Are original movies still a sin in Hollywood?
I'm gonna say no.
No.
I mean, it's definitely less than it has been in
maybe.
certain
It's
past.
It's hard maybe.
Like 50-50.
Yes, the original movies are still a sin. There are more.
I mean, of course they're
original
still
movies
of course they're still a
made today
thing.
than ever before. The sin is that
Zero.
The sin is that original movies in Hollywood don't get the push that they should.
Yeah.
What defines original though? Are we talking about like original scripts?
Like
Or something like Ready Player One original.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the way most people seem to define original is just something that isn't based on a pre-existing book, real life event, comic, or some other like a radio show or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, personally, if you ask me, original should mean like it's not based on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like certain movies, are original, they are very much inspired by other movies.
So I'm just thinking like if it's like for example, Mudbound, that was a good film, and there wasn't much. I guess I can't say there's many films out there that are like that. But is the core concept of the film original? That's what I don't. Is that what they mean original? Like the core concept of what the movie may be about is original, or is like the entire idea has never been experienced?
I think first off, that's Netflix. That's not even Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's kind of its own lane at this point. But I mean, I guess original is kind of a vague definition because, Tom, do you think Ready Player One's original?
No, it's not original because it's based on a book.
So it has to be straight from a person's mind to a screenplay.
Theoretically, yes.
Nowhere else.
One of the issues I find with defining the visual movies that everyone has their own definition. Like Vinny brought up Mudbound. I'm like 90% sure Mudbound was based on actual events.
Right.
So therefore would not be original, but many people have mentioned that as a original movie.
Okay.
That's where sins tend to get like
confused.
Yeah, tend to get complicated, and is also why, again, he asked me, there are more original movies made in Hollywood today than ever before.
Ever before?
Yes, because simply more movies are being made today.
Are we just talking about movies, or are we just specifically talking about big Hollywood studio movies?
Movies.
Just, well, I mean, just you say Hollywood. Yes. Hollywood is a certain place and time. If you want to talk about movies just across the spectrum, then yes, I would agree with that because just everyone is putting out something.
Yes, if you go to IMDb and look up what is coming out over the next couple weeks, I will guarantee you can find at least one original movie playing every single weekend.
Right.
Well, yeah, okay, I agree with that. It was just the use of Hollywood that I was
I'd say, for
hung up
example,
on.
Truth or Dare. That's what it's called,
Yeah,
right?
it's a Blumhouse horror movie.
We call that
coming out in a
original.
couple weeks.
That idea original.
I think so, and that kind of brings me to what I wanted to kind of point out was, like horror movies are like a really good place to find original like storylines. Like you can go there and be like, I would never have guessed to watch that movie ever, but like you just don't see it get like produced, get a good script because people just don't want to see that, rather than like see a new Marvel movie or new Star Wars movie and whatnot.
That is also part of the issue, is why everyone seems to think that there aren't any original movies being made, is because all the push goes behind the big Marvel movie, the big Star Wars movie, because those are the movies that keep the big studios afloat.
What's a safe bet?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. But also going back to what Vinny said about like, is Truth or Dare an original movie? I'm gonna say yes, because it's because you're loosely taking the game that everybody knows, and it's not really a game. It's just something people do.
But hasn't that been done before? The whole Truth or Dare.
I know there was
game in a movie.
I know there was a Would You Rather movie.
Yeah, something like that.
Fact checker.
Studio.
We'll get on word back soon, but probably never.
Well, then my question is, I mean, the Truth or Dare. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it's trash. It just looks like trash. So is the word original kind of just overrated when talking about a good movie? That it doesn't really hold. That doesn't make it something better or bring it to a higher level.
See,
I mean, it's appreciated, but
it's not. Doesn't mean
it's not the end
doesn't
all.
mean good.
It doesn't. Yeah, something based on something could still be good.
Yeah, I mean,
or a sequel.
Any movie can be good. Like it's a little bit off topic, but like I've never been a big fan of horror movies, but the last couple of years there's been some really good horror movies that have been put out, so I'm becoming more of a fan of horror movies. But yeah, just something doesn't need to be based on something to be good, just like something doesn't need to be original to be good. Any movie can be good, but yeah. So the whole Truth or Dare thing again, that is an original idea. Ben, I don't think you've weighed in on his Truth or Dare original.
I said after the initial one.
Yeah.
Well, I do think it is an original concept. Like it was not based off a book or anything, because that's how I kind of define originality, as if it was based off of something real life events. And as far as I know, it hasn't happened in real life yet. But yeah, I think it's original.
All right, so for this talk of original movies, we're gonna take a quick bathroom break, and we're gonna review A Quiet Place after the break.
I will get up and walk the dog at 6:30 a.m. I will eat some fruit as part of my breakfast. I will shave. I will clean the sink after I shave. I will be at work by 8 a.m. I will sit through 2-hour meetings. I will say yes when you want me to say yes. I will be quiet when you don't want to hear me say no. I will take your call. I will listen to your opinion of my friends. I will listen to your friends' opinions of my friends. I will be civil to your mother. I will put the seat down. I will separate the recycling. I will carry your lip balm. I will watch your vampire TV shows with you. I will take my socks off before getting into bed. I will put my underwear in the basket. And because I do this, I will drive the car I want to drive. Charger. Man's last stand.
Oh, and we're back. Welcome back. This week we are going to review A Quiet Place, which stars John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. All right, so Vinny, what did you think?
I thought it was really good, especially like I was kind of amazed when I saw at the end John Krasinski directed it. Like I had no idea, none.
Yeah,
it was just like the movie itself. I was kind of describing it to the similar experience when I first saw I Am Legend for the first time. Like it was like just kind of sad. It was post-apocalyptic, and it was also kind of like tense at moments.
The original one or the Will Smith one?
The Will Smith one,
okay.
not Omega Man.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I had that experience again. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Brian?
I mean, I felt it was like the first time I saw The Thing. It's kind of just this fresh setting in a horror movie that we haven't seen before, and seeing John Krasinski direct and act in it so well kind of does elevate it a lot for me. That's
I love this movie. It's been a while since I've like been really tense and like suspenseful in a movie, but like during this entire movie, I was just kind of like this in my seat, like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, I agree. This movie is fantastic, and especially just to see what John Krasinski can do, especially with so little dialogue. I think there's at most 10 lines in the whole movie.
I almost wish there was none.
Yeah.
I wish they like.
I would have been fine. I would not.
Like, if they just went all the way.
No one talked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
They ain't saying words.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie, I'm gonna go out on a little bit of a limb right now. Maybe this is one of my top 5 movies of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were about to say all time. I was like, all time.
Not all time. Although this one's probably gonna eke into my top 5 all time horror. Maybe.
Yeah, I can see that.
I could also. I mean, I'm not a horror guy either, so it might sneak up there.
After a few more viewings. That's something that I found out just before we went to air. The girl who plays the daughter in the movie, she's actually deaf.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like a drug overdose or something when she was a kid.
What?
Partial deafness.
A drug overdose?
That's
Yeah.
What?
Dang.
Yeah, she's actually deaf. So I thought that was really, really cool to see, and to see an actress who's actually deaf play a deaf character.
It's gonna be hard. That's another. How do you
There's a whole
direct
hurdle.
that? Yeah.
I don't know if he had like a interpreter on set.
Yeah, they did.
Or
Almost definitely.
did they?
had to have.
Yeah, they had a sign language interpreter on set. Most of the crew learned a little bit.
I was say they were doing a lot of sign language.
I mean, but
in
who
the
knows if
movie.
that's true? That's like when like Obama went to like South Africa or something. This guy was just going. And he was like, "That means nothing." It's like I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if it was true or right.
I mean, a lot of it's accurate. Like, she's going like, just stop or whatever. She's like, this was like, stop.
And like, love you is like, I think this one.
Yeah. So I mean, and then the mother and father, something like that. So.
All right. So something else to talk about here: the creature designs. I think they looked fantastic.
I was half and half because like, it reminded me somewhat of the monsters from the game, The Last of Us.
Oh, actually, yeah.
But at the same time, I got a totally different vibe of I can't even think of the movie, but they had like a similar like the long legs and like the kind of jawed mouth, almost not an alien-ish, but like it's just I feel like I've seen it before, but just redesigned. It's hard for me to explain.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't like them. I didn't like how the monster. I thought it kind of just looked generic. Kind of. There wasn't really. I mean, because it has the armor on it, and it's kind of just a silhouette most of the time. I was disappointed because I like when a horror movie when you don't see the monster for a lot because it's like, oh, what is it? And then you see it and go, oh, okay, it's this.
Yeah, usually I would be with you. Showing less with a monster is better, but here I felt it really, really worked. I felt the creatures looked really, really scary. I was intimidated by them, and especially how they aren't really seen a lot throughout the movie, but their presence is felt throughout the whole movie. Yeah. Ben, what did you say?
Especially with the first like half of the movie, you very rarely see them. You're like, what's going on here? And they don't really tell you anything about them either. Like you have to like be eagle-eyed with those newspapers in the room.
And
like,
his board where he has like where he sets up the rules basically of the movie on how this works.
Exactly.
I love because like we're all mass comedies here. And I've been told more times by Bowman that I can count that you should tell a story visually. And this movie told its story visually.
Yeah.
I just like one thing for example of that is post-apocalyptic, people scrounging for supplies, but no one's taking potato chips because they make a noise. That little detail, like that's something you can go. I feel if I watch it again, I'm gonna realize new stuff that they put there. It's very layered in its making, which is I love that part.
All right, so now we have to get some scores. Vinny, how many Fires of Gondor out of 10 do you give this movie?
I'll give it about I'd say an 8.5. I really enjoyed it. I had a fun time with this one.
I'm gonna give 8 out of 10 John Krasinski's beautiful beards. That beard.
Amazing beard. Ben?
I'll give 8 out of 10 malfunctioning earpieces.
All right, well I'm gonna give this movie.
No, keep on going. I had to clean the set.
Janitor, get out of here! I told you to take a walk. Get out of here.
This is pathetic.
No,
man.
I can't.
Come on.
This is a new low.
Can you get over it?
You can just go. Just keep on going. You can go.
No.
I'm just a janitor now.
If anyone even cares anymore, I'd give this movie 9 out of 10. I think this movie's fantastic.
You take off your mic. We gotta go.
You should see this. If ASAP, if you can.
What movie are you talking about?
Sherlock Gnomes.
Oh, I saw that movie.
And I'm happy to announce Austin has been banned from the Only Austin movie show. Steak, good job tonight.